So now I would like to address mental health, and I think that's a very, very important aspect and something that's really, a make or break aspect in the whole gaming scene and esports scene for sure. So how exactly do you ensure the well-being and mental health of your team members?
I'm gonna be honest, I could do way better than what I have been doing since I don't want to say it like this, but I kind of like to kind of put myself a little bit forward than a few people when it comes to my mental health personally. But as you know, I'm still a founder, I'm still a CEO, I still have to run things. So the
Absolutely.
way that I kind of keep ahead of just figuring out how people are feeling and how what can I do to help you? I literally straight up text everybody in the team. No, I send it in the group chat that we have. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to be doing a mental health check, or I'm going to be checking up on everybody to see how we're feeling, activity check, things like that. And I'll just text everybody. I'm like, hey, how can I help you? How are you doing? Blah 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 and blah. Usually they'll
Wow.
contact me. They'll be like, hey, I'm fine, man. I'm fine. I mean, if you they usually whenever I do get personal messages from people, it's usually like sometimes like I want to take a break. I need a break, and I'm like, okay. And they're like, please don't take my spot on the team. I'm like, I need a break sometimes too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm not gonna kick you off the team just for that, obviously. Um, so yeah, that's the main reason how I kind of just stay ahead of keeping things in a mental health term. Just DMing them like as a friend. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best talker when it comes to things like that, just because I also go through a lot at home and stuff like that. But
Of
when I
course.
do have the right mood and when I am in the right mental space, I try and help as people in my team as much as I can. Sorry.
Understood. Yeah, that's wonderful, really. So you mentioned also like activity check, right? That's what you said. Could you define what exactly you mean by that?
So, throughout the group chat, we've had times where people are just not there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They're in the group chat, they're seeing the messages, or sometimes they're not seeing the messages and they're just not here. So, a way that I kind of like to see are people still interested in being the team, so I don't hold a spot for somebody who would be, or overall just kind of see where are you at right now. You know what I mean? Sometimes I won't kick them out. If they're like, I've been going through a lot. I need some space, and I'm cool with that. I mean, sometimes everybody needs some space, obviously, just because even when you're not like the biggest creator on the app or something like that, it still takes a lot of you to stream 6 hours a day staring at a
Yeah.
computer and just, kind of putting your gaming life before other things. And, people obviously go through family problems and things like that. So whenever I do activity checks, I sit in a group chat. I'm like, hey, I'm going to DM all 68 of you guys. Obviously, if I've heard from them in that past week, I won't DM them because, if you told me that you're going through this, I'm not going to bother you again.
Right.
Um,
Right.
but when I do, I send in the group chat. I'm like, I'm gonna contact everybody, and if you do not, I'm gonna contact you guys for 3 days upon a time. That's what I was doing. 3 days. Hey, one day. Hey again. Hey again. If you don't respond, you will be suspended from the team and or kicked. And if you do respond, obviously you're good. Sometimes I like to not kick people and just kind of put them on a suspension until they do contact me because if somebody's family member has passed, they're obviously not going to take the time to DM me.
Yeah,
Um,
for
so yeah,
sure.
that's kind of why I try not to kick anybody, and I try to keep more on suspension. And or if I'm just not in the mood and I don't feel like ruining anybody's, or I see they read the message, then that's probably when they're probably going to be kicked.